Okay guys, today we're going to review the topic of multiplying mixed numbers. Yesterday we were talking about multiplying fractions, which is a very simple concept where we remembered that, as you see on number 2 here, we simplify before we multiply. But the step before this, as we apply multiplication to mixed numbers, number 1, we see that we always need to make the fractions improper. And then we can, number 2, simplify before we multiply. So we're just going to go do that in this example that you see below and see what happens. So number 1, we see 2 1/3 times 4 5/8. So let's take 2 1/3 and remember that we need to multiply our whole number times our denominator. 2 times 3. Add 1 more. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. 7/3 or 7/3. Turn new fraction, new improper fraction. And then we're going to take 4 5/8, do the same thing. 4 times 8 is 32, plus 5, 37, 37/8. Now normally at this point we would be looking to try and see if there's any way, as we write over one fraction bar like we would do yesterday, is there any way that we can simplify before we multiply? Well, unfortunately, the numbers in the numerator are not helpful. You notice that 7 and 37 are very special numbers. We call them prime. They only have factors of 1 in themselves. And 3 and 8 do not have common factors with 7 or 37 other than 1, which doesn't help us. So we're unfortunately just going to have to multiply straight across. And that happens sometimes, and that's okay, and we can handle that. Alright, now let's go do 37 times 7. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 4 is 25. Okay, so the numerator product is 259 over the denominator 3 times 8, which is 24. Okay, now we have an improper fraction right here. And in the future, this will be okay. But right now, we're going to take and return this back to a mixed number so it looks much nicer and we can understand and appreciate it just a little bit better. Now we remember that every fraction is a division problem, and so we're going to take our numerator 259 and divide by 24. 259 then is our dividend, while 24 is the divisor. 24 goes into 25 one time, with 1 left over. Bring down our 9. Now 24 doesn't fit into 19, and I've already brought down my next digit, so I have to put a 0. Now what that means is I could continue to forget what I'm doing and try to do decimals or something like that, but that's not my goal. My goal is to make a mixed number. At this point, I'm completed. I'm finished with my division. I have a remainder of 19, and I'm going to take and put 10 and 19 over 24. I know some people have done this clockwise idea in their past math classes, and that's what they've done. Now, looks something like this if we clean it up. 10 is our whole number. 10 and 19 is our remainder over 24. Okay? Now, if you or I were a bit shaky and we wondered, hey, did we do that correctly? Is there a way we could check it? Well, if I know I did my multiplication right here, well, then I could go back here and test and see, well, let's see if I can make 10 and 19 over 24 back into 259 over 24. Well, I know that 10 times 24 is 240. 240 plus 19 is 259 over 24, and sure enough, I'm good to go. So my final product is 10 and 19 over 24. Okay, so we've done one example. Let's go ahead and do one more, and then hopefully we'll have enough information, enough practice, and enough review to be able to feel comfortable to do this again. Okay? So we're going to remember our rules, and you've got those in your interactive notebook. I'm going to go to a clean page. Okay? Here we go. Our new problem is going to be 3 3/5 times 1 3/10. Same thing. Let's make 3 3/5 into an improper fraction. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3, 18 over 5. 18 over 5 times 1 and 3/10. 1 times 10 is 10, plus 3 is 13. 13 over 10. There we go. So now I have my improper fractions. I've taken these mixed numbers initially to start with and made them improper. Let's put them all over one fraction bar. 18 times 13 over 5 times 10. I look at the numerator and the denominator now. I'm looking to see if I can divide out a common factor. This is my simplify before you multiply step. The only numbers I see that could be dividing out with common factors are looking at 18 and 10. And the common factors that I know they have that I could divide out is 2 over 2. Okay? Now that means 18 divided by 2, 18 divided by 2 is 9, while 10 divided by 2 is 5. So I'm going to have to continue this down here. We're going to have 9 times 13 over 5 times 5. Alright? And so at this point we are left with nothing else but to multiply straight across because we have simplified as much as we can. There are no other common factors to divide out. So here we go. 13 times 9 in the numerator. 9 times 3, or 3 times 9 is 27. 9 times 1 is 9 plus 2 is 11, so 117. Okay. 5 times 5 is 25. Let's make it a mixed number again. So we'll divide 117 by 25, and we'll see how many times does 25 fit into 117. I know 25 fits into 100 4 times, and that's 100, and then that's 17 more. Well, it doesn't look like I can go any more than 4. So I'm going to fit 4 times 25. 4 quarters is $1, or 100. We drop that decimal. And 17 is our remainder, right? So then we're going to have 4 and 17 over 25. And this will be our final product. And now we're ready for practice.